Welcome to the outer rim of deck strategy, where we avoid the meta like Vader avoids cardio. Today we're looking at a very slow, moderate synergy deck with the most unique leader in the game. Palpatine is a two-sided leader with no leader unit. Instead, he has very powerful leader abilities and can be flipped once each round. His heroic ability heals 2 from your base and draws a card. It can be used if you've lost a heroic unit that phase. His villainy ability deals 2 damage to an enemy base and creates a clone trooper token if you've played a villainy card that phase. Here's a quick snapshot of the deck. Shout out to Darth Silk for designing this deck and for placing 6th in a recent PQ with it. The link's in the video description. Now let's jump into the strategy. Tip number 1 is to start the card draw engine early. You need options in your hand to make this deck viable. Let's look at a scenario. It's your turn, you've spent your resources, and you have an exhausted heroic unit on the board. With any other leader, you'd claim initiative, but with Palpatine, if your opponent has the ability to clear your unit, you need to pass instead. Don't lose the option to flip your leader. Tip number 2. While you can only flip Palpatine once per round, you can play heroic and villainy units in the same round. Let's say it's round 4 and you have 5 resources. You might play Power of the Dark Side while your leader's on the villainy side, then flip your leader, do 2 damage to the enemy base, create your clone trooper token, then drop a Yaddle so that you can heal your base next turn. Tip number 3. This is a control deck, but you'll be using units as much as events to control the board. Use Talzin's Assassin, Anakin, and Vader, along with Shine Flurry to slow your opponents down. And with that, let's jump into some gameplay. Alright, Palpatine versus Kira. This should be a good test to see if Palpatine is meta-worthy. We'll claim initiative. And we're going to keep this hand. I don't think we're going to use the Super Laser Blast. So we will resource that and Vader. We're going to lead with Anakin. They play Dr. Pershing. We will claim initiative. We're not going to be able to kill off Anakin this turn unless they use Power of the Dark Side. So we're going to plan to play Yoda. We're going to resource the duplicate Anakin. We'll do 2 to base. They're going to draw a card. We'll play Yoda. They play Super Laser Tech. Okay. We'll claim initiative. I don't need 2 Yodas. I am happy to keep 2 Anakins though. We're going to do 2 to base. They do 2 to base. Okay. Well, we will restore 2. They need to put some units on the board so I can clear Anakin or Yoda and flip Palpatine. Let's see what they do. We're going to pass. There is Kira. And we're going to claim initiative, having used no resources this turn. I assume they're going to do 6 to base. Or 4 to base, rather. They drop Devastating Gunship. And clear Yoda. At least we get to draw a card. The unfortunate thing about this is we don't have any heroic cards to play to then clear and flip Palpatine. So I don't know exactly what we're going to do here, but we'll figure it out. Okay, at least we've got some heroic units. I think we're going to resource our duplicate Anakin for now. And we're going to play Yaddle and see what they do. Okay, they clear Yaddle with a craving power, which means they can swing into base for 8. I don't like that, but there's nothing we can do about it. So, in one Starfighter, and then we're going to flip Palpatine. We'll claim initiative, and I assume they're going to draw a card using Pershing. Okay. This will be our 6-drop turn. Super Laser Blast isn't going to help us, so we'll drop that. I think our best move, our best play is Anakin to clear the devastating gunship. They swing into base. We, again, cannot flip our Sidious because we didn't play a villainy card. And they shield Kira, okay? We're going to resource Bazine. And I think our best move here... No, we can't use that on a leader unit. That's unfortunate. We are going to clear Dr. Pershing so that if they don't play another unit, we can at least clear Kira with Power of the Dark Side. Alright. 4 health left on our base, 29 health left on theirs. What are the odds that we pull this out? I'm betting not good. Shatterpoint. Use the Force. We'll clear Snoke. We'll flip Sidious, do 2 damage to base, and we'll pass. I don't need 2 of these. I think we're going to try to get this Yaddle on the board and see if we can get some healing in. That'd be nice. Who are they going to hit with Vader? Okay. We've got a Pike Sentinel. And we have to clear them with Anakin. Clear Pike Sentinel with Anakin. They have 2 resources left. Let's see if they have anything else in hand. They shield their Enforcer. We're going to clear Vader with our Clone Trooper. I think our best move is drop Yaddle, flip Palpatine, use the Force, and clear that with Talzin's Assassin. We're going to try that. Alright, at least we get to heal 2. And then clear that unit, and we'll draw the card. We've got the 2 resources. They already have initiative. We're going to go ahead and... This is their 10 resource turn. What do we want them to not have? They've got 2 Devastators, Darth Vader, Super Laser Blast. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll take 1 of their 2 Devastators and pass. Okay, we got a Vader. I don't need a duplicate Bazine. If you're them, do you play the Devastator? It looks like they do. That's alright, though. They cleared Talzin's Assassin. They probably should have cleared the Yaddle. We're going to go ahead and restore 1. Generate the Force. Do 1 damage with Bazine. Play Frozen and Carbonite so their Devastator can't attack. Our shuttle, but we're going to shield Yaddle because we really need to restore. Flipped our Sidious. We'll play Anakin as a pilot on our shuttle because, I don't know, why not? And then we'll pass. Alright. I like the Power of the Dark Side. I don't like having to pay 5 for it. What would you do in this case? We'll resource our Red Squadron X-Wing. Okay. They play Super Laser Blast. We're going to play Fireball. And they play Power of the Dark Side, I assume. Yep. Alright, well, we will flip Palpatine, heal 2 from base, and we're going to put Vader on the board and give a shield token to him. We don't need to resource this turn. We need cards. Okay, Rivals fall to take out Vader. We're going to play Bazine from our resources. What do we want them to not have? We got 2 Vaders. Power of the Dark Side. No glory, only results. I don't know, we'll take one of the Vaders. That's alright. We will Power of the Dark Side. They play Inferno 4. We're going to flip Darth Sidious, do 2 damage to their base, and drop Yaddle and pass. Again, I don't see a reason to resource. I do think our first move, if we get the chance, is to swing in with Yaddle and try to do, again, restore 1. Okay, they do 2 to base. We're going to do 2 to base, restore 1. They play Vigilance. Discard cards from our deck. Alright. And heal from their base. We're going to attack in with Bazine and see what they do. They pass. Okay, here comes Vader. Let's see who they take out. I'm betting they clear Yaddle. No, they clear Bazine because they don't want me to be able to flip, but that's okay. We will play Shatterpoint, use the Force, clear Vader. We'll drop Youngling Padawan and N1 Starfighter and pass. No need to resource, we'll keep all of those. They do 2 to base. We will clear their Super Laser Tech and restore 1. Fortunately, Youngling Padawan is a Jedi, so we get to restore 1 more. We might should have attacked with Clone Trooper so we could flip Palpatine. I don't know. Youngling Padawan, restore 1. Alright, they're milling our deck. We'll go ahead and they want to keep us from clearing this. That's okay. We're going to do 3 to base. They'll drop Devastating Gunship. Okay. We'll see who they choose to defeat. Or maybe they'll pass. Oh, they defeat our N1 Starfighter. That's good. What it means is we get to swing 2 for base. They do the 2 damage to shield Devastating Gunship. What they don't know is that we're going to play Fireball, trigger Ambush to kill their Inferno 4. And then we're going to play Luke and clear their Devastating Gunship. Yep, Luke. Goodbye, Devastating Gunship. Hello to healing, and we'll pass. And they concede. Well, there you have it. That's a win against Kira. Alright, we've got a game against Gar Saxon ECL. Let's see how Palpatine does. Alright, no turn 1 play. We're going to mulligan that. And we did get the Anakin and Yaddle. I'm tempted to resource Anakin, and we're going to resource Vader. They have initiative. We will pass. I think we're playing Yoda this round. And we will keep the Darth Tyrannus and give up the Frozen Carbonite. They do 3 to base. We're going to play Yoda and see what they play. That's what I was looking for. So we can clear this, restore 1, and that lets us flip Palpatine. So we get to draw a card, we heal 2 damage from base, and we pass. Okay, we got 2 N1 starfighters. We'll resource 1 of those. And then what I'd like to do is ambush into Outer Rim Outlaws here with Darth Tyrannus. Well, I went ahead and shielded that. So we're going to plan to clear Krennic instead. Yeah. We'll see if they choose to clear Yoda or not. Play Owen Lars, okay. Well, we will play Darth Tyrannus. Krennic only has 2 power, so we're going to ambush and shield after. And we're going to need to clear Owen next turn. That restore 2 is frustrating. They clear Yoda, so we will draw a card. And we'll flip Darth Sidious, do 2 damage to base, and get our Clone Trooper token. Alright, for our 5 resource turn, what do we want? We know we can flip this turn. I think we're going to play Fireball and N1 Starfighter. We're going to resource the Youngling Padawan. Okay. They use Craving Power to defeat our shield. We're still going to attack Outer Rim Outlaws. And we'll go ahead and clear that unit. I don't want to deal with that. We will flip Palpatine, do 2 damage to base. They heal that with Owen Lars, which again is a bit frustrating. And we're actually going to play our shuttle. Going to resource Youngling Padawan again. We're a little late game to be playing those, and check our discard pile. The good news is we have both light and dark side in our resource pile. So that means we get to play Anakin, kill Owen Lars, and give -3/-3 to their shuttle. We will then clear that with our own and see what they do next. They do 4 to base, and we'll claim initiative. Now the question is, what dark side card are we going to play so that we can flip Darth Sidious. Let's check our resources. No, we do not have a Bazine in there. We're going to do 5 to base with Anakin. They'll clear him with Maul. That's okay. We'll do 3 to base with our shuttle. Then we are going to replace our shuttle with a new one so that we can flip Sidious. We'll go ahead and make the flip and deploy in one starfighter. And resource the Anakin. I think the Yaddle is more useful to us. But our option set here is pretty limited. They can do 4 to base. I think what we're going to do, we're going to use Shine Flurry. We're going to ambush in with Anakin. Not Anakin, with Luke. We're going to give Gar Saxon the minus. Then we're going to trigger the ambush to clear him. We'll restore 3. And see what they do. I'd really like to keep this clone trooper to clear their Maul. Okay, they play Vader. Question is, who are they going to drop that shield on? Okay. Well, we will go ahead and attack into their base. We do get to flip Palpatine, but it's not looking good for next turn for us. They have initiative. And at least we got a shatter point. They do have the lethal line with Vader, so we have to clear him or drop Frozen and Carbonite on him. I'm actually tempted. Yeah, I think we're going to use the Frozen and Carbonite. That leaves us with either Shatterpoint or Rival's Fall that we can use if we need to. It also lets us flip Darth Sidious. They play Inferno 4. Okay, we're going to do 3 to base and see what they play next. Okay, that's going to be more difficult to clear. We'll do 3 more to base. And we're going to be 1 short. They can do 6 to base. Okay. We have to clear Maul. We'll clear that shield, but they have lethal, unfortunately. And that is game. Alright, we've got a match against Revan Blue. What do you bet we see always 2 in this deck? We're going to start with initiative. Got 2 duplicates, that's fine. I think Revan's probably going to the ground in round 1, so we're going to do the same. We're going to play Yaddle. There's their Secretive Sage. We'll claim initiative. Don't need 2 of the same card. That's a lot of duplicates. And we're going to knock the shield off of Secretive Sage. Generate the Force. They go ahead and clear Yaddle. So we're going to drop Fireball. They play Power of the Dark Side. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and flip, draw a card, and heal nothing because they did no damage. Resource the second Anakin. They claim initiative. Hopefully that means we get to ambush in with Darth Tyrannus. It sure does. That's always fun. Alright, Darth Tyrannus will shield him, trigger ambush, and take out General Grievous. And with that, we get to flip our Sidious, do 2 damage to base, generate our Clone Trooper token, and we're going to resource the duplicate Darth Tyrannus. They go ahead and kill off Darth Tyrannus, generate their experience token. Alright, we know we're going to go ahead and crash into Darth Tyrannus just so we can flip Palpatine. Question is, what do we want to play this turn? I think we're going to play... Yoda, then flip and play Bazine, so we can discard one of their cards. So we'll do that. Nice Power of the Dark Side, that's always fun. Alright. Yep, they've got Malak saved for their next turn, probably, because they can flip Revan now. And a bunch of control. We're going to get rid of Malak. And then we'll pass. Okay. I think we're a little late game for this Anakin, so we'll resource him. They play No Glory Only Results instead of Shatterpoint. Okay. Oh, because they wanted the card draw. Alright. Well... I mean... only playing one card this turn either way. Yeah, we're going to use Anakin and clear their unit to save that 5 damage from our base. And we'll attack in for a whopping 1 damage. And we don't get to flip Darth Sidious this turn because we didn't play a villainy card. But we'll do it this turn. The good news is, as soon as they flip, we get to Power the Dark Side in them. Okay. They use Shatterpoint to clear Anakin. That's alright. We'll do 1 to base. They deploy Darth Revan, so we'll use Power of the Dark Side. Then we're going to drop our Shuttle ST-149. We'll leave the shield on it. Flip Darth Sidious, do 2 damage to base, and keep our Clone Trooper token. What do we want to play in this round? I think we're going to resource our N1 Starfighter. They play Vader. They play Vader with no ambush. Okay. Well then. We're going to pop the shield on Vader. Not because we needed to do that, but because we want to be able to flip Palpatine. Then we're going to use Shatterpoint, use the Force, and we'll clear Vader. And we'll attack in with Bazine. I wonder if they have anything they can play this turn. No, they took initiative. So we're going to drop Yaddle while we're at it, and then we'll flip. I think, depending on what they play this turn, we're going to have to show them the proper way to use Vader, which is with ambush. Alright. They have a Darth Tyrannus, but no force, so they couldn't ambush with him. So we'll do 2 to base with Yaddle. They play Ki-Adi-Mundi. So we're going to clear Darth Tyrannus' shield. The reason for that is we're going to ambush in with Vader, but first he'll take a shield. We'll give one to Ki-Adi-Mundi, trigger ambush, clear Darth Tyrannus, and defeat Ki-Adi-Mundi. That is the proper way to play Vader. 3 damage to base, flip Palpatine for 2 more damage to base and a clone trooper token, and they concede. That's a win for Palpatine. And the verdict is, this deck's a 3 out of 5. It's very strong against mid-range ground decks, but in my testing, struggles against space as it's difficult to consistently lose a heroic unit when you need to. Bring this deck to casual competitive play, but I'd leave it behind for the big tournament. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, consider subscribing.